Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. We have a wonderful guest on the show today, Dr. Madalene Chan. She is an award-winning artist, songwriter and author, and I'm really looking forward to an interesting conversation. We are streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. We're also on the E360 TV network under Fresh Takes, going out to Apple TV, Fire TV, Android, Roku, and many more. We're also on Business Innovators Radio Network, and we're also streaming on mspnewsglobal.com. I want to make an official shout out to our show sponsors, Dreamweaver, Artist, Ranch. Let's bring in our incredible guest, Dr. Madalene Chan. Madalene, welcome to Brilliance Business TV.
Thank you, Mark, and thank you for agreeing for me to be as a guest for Brilliance Business TV. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm really looking forward to a conversation with you.
Yeah!
So,
sorry.
My first question, Madalene, just share a little bit about what you do and also how you began.
All right. Thank you. Well, I've been singing for a good 3 decades, singing and songwriting, and I've been signed to labels, independent labels and major labels. And I've been through the whole infrastructure of the music industry. I ended up having a number 7 in the Billboard charts with Follow Love, which was wonderful. I had a great dream team. It's important to have a great dream team. And my manager and soul brother is Rocco Buonvino, and he pioneered and arranged for this single. I mean, it wouldn't have gone like this if it didn't have the expertise of Rocco Buonvino. And then from then, I went on and I went to Malta, and I wrote a children's book called Star Child in 2008. But it was just still work in progress. I started working as an educator with kids. From being a performer, an artist, I started to share my knowledge with children and learn about how to teach. And then I came back in 2020 for Brexit. Came over to live back integrated back into the UK, and started to work as a producer on Sky TV, on a couple of TV programs about well-beingness and about Fab Song, which is a music program showing artist videos. So I was working in back production, and all the time I was thinking, in my heart, I really would like the chance to present. So then I met a lovely man, Philip Chan, the late Dr. Philip Chan, who happens actually to be a friend of yours, Mark. Not him personally, but Robert Moore, who was on your show, maybe I think a week ago. That's how I met Robert Moore, because through Dr. Philip Chan. Dr. Philip Chan introduced me to Ian Turner Palmer, and he's like a royal consultant and is international broadcaster. And I went on his show about me being a bit creative, a creative heart, as a novelist and a singer-songwriter artist. And then from then I met the wonderful Dr. Jacalyn, which I instantly struck a rapport with. Now, Dr. Jacalyn is a CEO and founder of USA Global TV and Radio, which is phenomenally growing. And what I love about her is that she gave me the opportunity to learn to become a co-host first and a presenter. So I had to go on a few workshops. So I've always believed in learning. You have to learn. I don't believe in just sticking to watching TV all the time or this and this. I just believe that learning, while you're alive here, you need to just learn, because learning opens your world on any level. And I've always remained childlike essence. So that's who I am. I'm a soul voice awakener, because I started to write courses about making a transition from an illusionary world to a more freeing yourself, connecting to your heart, and getting onto your mission in life. Because connecting to that is about connecting to your childlike inner essence, and that's what I am pretty great at. I mean, I've gone through a lot of adversities. I mean, I've gone through a lot of things in my life, a lot of tragedies and everything. And I'm just a clear example of turning those negatives, this trauma, into a positive move and change in my life. That's who I am.
You can certainly turn tragedy into something positive, and adversity into brilliance, I like to say. You have had a wonderful career, Madalene, from doing music and then going on to doing authoring books, and also with your television show. It seems like you're constantly evolving. My next question is, what is your purpose, your mission in life through your creativity?
My mission in life is everyone to connect to their childlike inner essence, because childlike inner essence is where your creative heart is where your feeling for life, the feeling of being worthy, not looking at dogma or looking at the outside world, but tuning in to your inner world, which then becomes an instant reflection in your outer world. So you emanate this childlike essence, but at the same time, it's balanced with form of business structure as well. You have to have the balance. And my aim is to awaken everyone's childlike essence, and go on the journey of facing the shadow of their soul.
I have to say, going inwards is something I'm a true believer in, that everything is a reflection, and if you want to change the world, you have to change yourself first, and then the world will reflect it. And also, I agree, I've had to do a lot of shadow work on myself, healing a lot of my past traumas to become the person I am today. I knew when we first met, Madalene, we spoke about all of these things and we really connected. I want to know, Madalene, what really inspires you?
What inspires me? It's not about how high you've climbed the ladder. It's, in the ladder of success. I mean, I admire people that do that. But what really inspires me is someone that's been absolutely true and honest with themselves and their role in life. No masks, just whether it's cooking that simple meal, or whether it's serving that drink in a job, or just putting your heart and your soul into your daily life. So what inspires me most is when people say things and then they action it as well. So compassion inspires me most, and people who are just true to themselves and just true to everyone else. That has no masks. That inspires me. And people that come from a heavy addicted life and they change their life 360 degrees, that inspires me too. Because we're all here to learn from each other.
I was an ex-drug addict and I collapsed and died from drug use. So that's another reason why that we're so connected, Madalene.
Well, I did a little bit of the drugs, but mainly mine was drinking by association.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I was like addicted to the partying. I
was a big partier too, a big clubber. I used to be out every weekend in nightclubs.
Me too. I don't know if you've heard of, I mean, in the UK, it's called the Ministry of Sound.
I have, yes. I never went there, but yes, I have heard of it.
I used to party there every weekend because I used to work in the clubs in like a karaoke club, a Japanese club. And they were my family because I came from a very broken family and lots of things happened to me. And what you find is when you come from a broken family, discordant, you end up being with people that other people think, oh, they're really bad for you. They're not good for you. But to me, even though it's vampires, as in nightlife, they were my family. And we would look after each other in every way. We'd look out for each other. But in hindsight, obviously, it wasn't good because you're fueling and feeding the addiction and the snake energy, you know.
I know you're working on a lot of projects right now. Can you share what you're working on, Madalene?
Okay, well, I have my book out, which I've finished. It took me a long time to do this. Star Child. And basically, I wrote this in 2008 and I had different illustrations. And something was telling me, because I always follow my intuition, you need to wait. You need to put this aside and let this grow a little bit more. In 2020, I came over and it was COVID, during COVID. And it said, it's like my voice was saying, it's time to go back to Star Child. And in that year, I met someone on Fiverr. They're called Fiverr.com, where you meet.
Yes, I use those a lot.
Yeah, they're amazing, amazing professionals. You give them a chance. They give you their genius works. You share. It's a beautiful balance. And I started working with Alex Gavriles from Croatia. And because that money was real tight, for each illustration, I was only allowed to do about 4 illustrations a month. But within 1 year, it was all done, edited, and it's on Amazon. And it's basically a fantasy about saving the world, the way the world is in at the moment. And these beings from another planet come down to help to connect with a few awakened sons and daughters of Gaia. And they come along with their tools, their cosmic energies. They awaken, and it's basically a plight over love and light. A plight over love and fear, you know, war and love. So it's a cosmic war. Because there's another entities from a low vibration planet in the universe that has heard that Gaia is weakening. So they're here to obliterate it. So these beings come down to help. And that's what it's about. And there's all these different planets and that they come from.
Topic as well, like love and fear, because fear holds so many people back, and it can hold you back in life if you're focusing on your fears and not coming from a place of love. So I love that topic, Madalene.
And what's really nice about this, Mark, is that I've always brought out my childlike essence. So a couple of my friends who've read it, they said, I felt like I was a child traveling the stars. And then I came on Earth. It said, it really makes you transcend.
I love it. I would encourage everyone to go and get your copy of Star Child.
I'll send you a copy, Mark.
Thank you.
I'll send you. And so so that was Star Child. And then I'm working with Dr. Jacalyn on courses. I've written course content. I've never written course content before, but it was Dr. Jacalyn that said, I think you should start writing some courses. And I went, but I've never done it before. And sometimes someone says something, you go, maybe I'll move into that unfamiliar space and see what happens. And it's almost like I got downloads. It just came through me and out. And I just started typing. And before I knew it, I had 4 courses of workshops of 90 minutes.
Love it. And how long did that take you, Madalene?
It took me about a week to do, because I always believe that when I'm in my creative mode, it's almost like I do shut down. And so I turn the phone off and I go, okay, this is it. I can feel it. It's almost, if you try to do something and you push that creativity through and it's not the right time. Because I tried to do it and it wasn't working. And Dr. Jacalyn said, have you got it ready? I said, no. She said, but we don't have long to promote it. I know. I said, I know. She said, what are you going to do? You've only got 7 days. I said, I know. I said, but I have to wait for divine alignment. And she went, okay, but we have to be real here. And I understood her. But then it came through. And when it comes through, it's like a flowing river. It's like a waterfall. It's like the cup overflowing. And it took me like a whole night just writing like this. And then I sent it to her, and then we just amended it a little. So, I wait until my intuition, my heart, my intuition, my higher consciousness says, now is the time.
It's good to be connected to your intuition and then being connected to source, and that is a great way to make sure that you're doing the right things. I really believe in that, Madalene, and it's just interesting. You almost taught yourself out of doing something new, and then something that you was out of your comfort zone, then you went and got it all sorted within a week.
Yeah, but I also do. I call my angels. I call on the angels. So, like say, for example, when people are, simple, people parking a car, angels of parking come through, and then there's a space. There's actually a space. So it appears, it manifests. So I say angels of creativity. Yes. But I have to wait until I feel that intuition. So what that does, it expands, it expands that creativity even more so than just being from direct thought process. It's feeling and thought and divine connection.
Feelings are so important as well. You have to feel your emotions. I'm very good now because I've really worked on myself.
Yeah.
And if I ever feel, I can notice it very quickly now if I'm going to feel a negative emotion, because if you let that negative emotion take over, then you'll get bombarded by negative thoughts as well. And it can happen the other way around as well. When you get negative thoughts, you get the negative emotion. But it's really important to validate your emotions. I always look at my fear and say, okay, this is just a fearful thought. It's not real. Just one possibility, a possibility I don't choose, and I'm letting this go, and this is what I choose. But it's important to feel your emotions. But I'm quite quick now that if I know it's something that I don't really need to look at anymore, like an old belief that I've already dealt with, I will feel that emotion try and go in my stomach, and I instantly go into my breath work and breathe it out so that it doesn't affect because I'm really big on vibration, staying in a good vibration.
Yes. I totally resonate with you, Mark, in the way that when you stop and you just breathe, you have that time, you have that space. You have that space just to calm yourself rather than rushing, getting anxiety, getting, panicking. It's almost like you have to just stop what you're doing and just go within. Every day, everybody, everyone. I mean, upon waking up, at the point of waking up first, I first acknowledge my gratefulness to the universe, the ascended angels, ascended and angelic host, and to Father, Mother, God, because God is the all and everything. And I thank for my family and my house. I just, it's not on a shopping list. Sometimes they're like, okay. Listen. So I do that. And then I also, because of what's happening with the low vibrations, I work with, it's called the violet flame. And the violet flame is a cosmic ray. And this cosmic ray comes through and it's a purple color. And what it does, it's almost like a sacred fire. And what it does, it burns discordant, lower vibratory energies. It's the only, ray of light that transmutes, changes, alchemical. So, for example, if it's something really negative that you've got within you, a lot of pain, a lot of trauma, a lot of stuff you've picked up, you need to, at the beginning, is almost have it. You have a shower daily, or if you do, and it's good to shower with the like purple rain. Prince got it right. Purple rain. That's exactly what it is. Like purple rays coming through and cleansing and purifying. What it does, it changes the lower vibratory level back to neutral, then back to source.
Yes, I have to agree with you. I do this in hypnosis, Madalene. So I put all my negativity into dead leaves on the ground, and they represent all the thoughts, and I may place the thoughts into the dead leaves, and then I put them into a fire and watch them go up in smoke, and then I see like a laser beam of orange light coming through through as a laser right through, cleansing me with new energy. I do that in hypnosis. It's very, very powerful.
Yeah, and I mean, I really believe that everyone is waking up to their true, authentic self in the way that not just from their heart awakening, but their cosmic self, their galactic self awakening. Because we are humans, but we are creator beings.
Yes, I agree totally.
So everyone has a different way. As long as you're being true and authentic and the masks are off and you're leading and following by your heart and divine wisdom, your higher intelligence, then, but the thing is, Mark, with me is that once I start working with someone, like, for example, even just teaching them how to awaken with singing, they get such a confidence. They connect to such a happiness. And that happiness is what bursts open a flame in their heart. But then once that flame is burst open, a tiny little speck of a flame, that's when you're on your path. And that's when your shadows start to surface, and you have to work through it, because the master path of love, it's not an easy one. It's far from easy. I mean, I've been on it since, like, I would say 2012, the master path of love.
Yes, and you have struggles throughout the day as well. It's not easy to stay high vibration.
No.
You're going to go up and down through the day, but it's learning how to just manage it and control it that little bit, and having tools that you can use when you are going through those testing times as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I think of it in the way of, the way that we take pills every 2 to 3 hours. When the symptoms appear again, you take a pill in order for the symptom to go, or to take away the pain. So, for example, if you're checking in, seeing how you are, you need to check 3 times a day. So in the morning, you may do your morning meditation. You go to work in that environment, and whoever is there, you may have some conflict or something, or you might be caught between something. That energy is going into your auric field. You need then to come away, like just for a few seconds, and just imagine the light coming through, and just getting back into your heart space, getting back to who you are, checking in. And then you feel, oh, I got my fix. I got my love fix. So then after that, you go out there in the world again. You go, da, 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 yeah, happy. And then suddenly, oh my gosh, you're getting drained. Oh, you're getting hammered. Oh my God, you're getting that. Then you have to do it again.
I hear you. Madalene, I thoroughly enjoyed having a conversation with you. I love your energy. I love what you're about. Tell our audience how they can connect with you, Madalene.
Well, first of all, Mark, I just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to be a guest on your show on the Brilliance Business TV. I'm hoping that might be part 2. Who knows? Because there's plenty more. I do so much. Anyway, for anyone who wants to contact me and wants to connect to their inner childlike essence and go forth and start to go on the path of the master path of love, my experience can help you. Well, I would like you to contact me, and let's see where that goes. Okay, so it's on Instagram. It's at Madalene.Chan.395. You can contact me on there. You can find me on usaglobaltv.com/education. And on there, you will find the courses that I've been talking about. And then, of course, and then if you go on Amazon and look at Star Child, the book, I'm there. So I just believe that life is about expressing who you are, working from the heart space, connecting to your inner childlike essence. Never forget that inner child essence keeps you young, keeps you revived to go through and being able to have, being able to handle the times when the low vibrations hit us. Because we're here, we're living on this world. In this world, it's 3D. Yeah, it is 3D. We may be changing in our higher consciousness of 4D, 5D, but you know what? 3D is still here. Yes. So therefore, we need to have that balance of inner world, external world, but sometimes more tipping towards your inner world.
Yes, I agree totally. Go within.
Yeah.
I would encourage everyone to connect with Madalene on Instagram. Go to at Madalene.Chan.395. That's at Madalene.Chan.395. Madalene, thank you so much for being my guest today. I thoroughly enjoyed having a conversation with you.
Thank you, Mark. I've thoroughly enjoyed.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.